Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Catherine, hearing officer for the City of St. Louis Conditional Use Hearings. My colleague Sandy Long and I will be conducting today's scheduled hearing on applications for a conditional use permit. In addition, Samaya Raggett Morgan is here with us, acting as secretary for the hearing. We are recording these hearings as a permanent record. We ask that you remain on mute if you're not giving testimony. If you're calling by phone, it's *6 to mute and unmute. If multiple people are sharing a screen, we ask that only one person speak at a time, and please refrain from side conversations during an individual's testimony. These requests are made so we can accurately record the information and hear those giving testimony. When each address is called by the hearing secretary, I ask that the applicant or representative indicate you're present. I will then ask you to state your name and your address for the record. After a time of questions with the applicant, I'll call for testimony from any person in favor of the application. Then I will call for testimony for any person in opposition of the application. Following today's hearing, our office will make a recommendation to the Board of Public Service, which is a separate department at the city. They will make the final determination, so no decision will be made here today. Therefore, you're welcome to leave or stay on the call and listen. The Board of Public Service will notify the applicant by mail regarding the findings of your conditional use permit. Samaya, could you please read the first case?
5225 Delmar Boulevard, AOP 1164124, Yon Care Adult Daycare with 20 adults, no cooking, H, Area Commercial District, Ward 10.
Okay, is there anyone here to represent this application?
Yes, please.
So seeing none, Samaya, will you read the next case?
5314 West Florissant Avenue, AOP 119205. Let me restart. 5314 West Florissant Avenue, AOP 1190125, Radiant Faith Academy, daycare with 48 children and cooking, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 13.
Okay, is there anyone here to represent this application?
That's who I just say the address.
And is that 5314 West Florissant Avenue?
It is. Are you here to represent the application?
I am.
Okay. Can we please get your name and mailing address for the record?
My name is Pastor Lee Furness. Mailing address would be 2153 McKelvey Road, Maryland Heights, Missouri, 63043.
Okay. Could you spell the last name, please?
F as in Frank, URNACE.
Okay, thank you. So we'll begin the questions now. For Radiant Faith Academy, what is the age range of children planning to stay at the academy?
6 weeks to 12 years.
Do you know how many square feet the building is?
I want to say 3,500, maybe 3,000, but 3,000, 1,500, two sides.
To confirm, you do not live at this address?
I do not live at this address.
And then will the children be separated by their ages?
Children are separated by ages, 6 weeks to 2 years old, in one area, one section of the building rather, and 2.5 through 12 in the other side of the building.
Okay, so they're separated by the two buildings.
Separated by no, the one building just have a dividing hallway, a
Okay.
pathway.
Okay. What type of activities will the children do while at the daycare?
Learning activities, art, learning activities, what we call cognitive, experiences, working with puzzles and problem solving. They'll be playing with, dramatic play toys, gross motor, fine motor, outdoors climbing, running, skipping, biking. Um, Eating would be a pastime also.
And I guess going off of eating, do you have a commercial kitchen to provide meals, or how does that setup look?
We have a commercial kitchen to cook on site.
Okay. How many employees will there be?
When the we're at capacity of about 14.
Okay. And then roughly how many per shift? Would that also be around 14?
A shift would be 13 hours. So, and within the 13 hours, you would see but maybe 14 individuals, full-time and part-time.
Okay. And what hours and days of the week will you operate?
Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Is there any sort of transportation provided to and from the daycare?
We do not offer transportation.
Okay. There an area for the children to play outside?
We do have an outdoors play area.
And is that fenced in?
It is fenced. The whole perimeter is fenced.
Okay. Do you know how many entrances and exits there are?
Yes, there are two, four entrances and four exits.
Okay. Do you have access to a commercial dumpster?
We do.
Do you plan on posting any signage around the building?
The sign is existing, and we may refresh it, but we're not going to do anything other than what's there.
Okay. Have you had any health or safety inspections done yet?
Yes, health and safety inspections have been done.
And then have you reached out to the neighborhood association or alderperson for their support?
Uh, yes, we have, and we do have a letter of recommendation from our alderperson, Tom DeVoy.
All right, and we do have that on file, so thank you. Now, these are just two questions that are standard. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No,
And will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering or reducing property values?
no.
All right, is there anything else you'd like to add?
You've done well. I think all the answers that all the questions you asked would be the ones that I would ask also. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your testimony. Is there anyone in support of this application on the call? Is there anyone opposed? Okay, we call the hearing heard. Samaya, will you please read the next case?
415 North Garrison Avenue, AOP 11-87325, Squared LLC, Hotel, H Area Commercial District, Ward 11.
Okay, is there anyone here to represent this application?
Yes, I'm here to represent the application. My name is Brandon Onan.
Okay, what's the mailing address?
It's going to be 415 North Garrison Avenue, and that's St. Louis 63103.
Okay, do you want to just briefly tell us a little bit about what you'll be doing here?
Sure. So basically, we're going to be taking a 23-unit apartment building zoned in a commercial district in Midtown, and we're applying for a hotel permit for the building. We're going to be operating as a hotel.
Okay, so I guess what type of hotel is being proposed? Is it like a boutique hotel, extended stay?
Yes. Yes, exactly. A boutique hotel with 23 rooms. All rooms will have kitchens as well as laundry facilities, washers, dryers. They're luxury units, very nice designer features.
Okay, so there are kitchens in all of the units
Yes.
or all the rooms.
Mhm.
Okay. How long do you see the average guest staying?
On average, probably between 2 and 5 nights.
Will there be 24/7 on-site management?
No.
How will guest traffic, or I guess how will guest check-in and check-out activity be managed to minimize disruption?
Yeah, absolutely. So it will be self check-in with support if necessary. So we basically send the guests what's called a boarding pass, and it's basically their check-in information, detailed check-in instructions. We're also going to be providing parking for the guests for a fee, and it's pretty straightforward. When they get the instructions, it'll be just kind of a slideshow that will walk them through exactly how to get into the property, and we'll have phone support available as well as in-person support if needed.
Okay. And where is the parking accommodations located?
Directly behind the building.
There any shared outdoor space or amenities near or surrounding the building?
Yes, there's a courtyard in the building. It's a secure building, but there's a courtyard in the building for the guests.
Okay. Have you had any building or fire code inspections yet?
Yes, everything was passed.
Are there any security measures being implemented, such as cameras or access control?
Yes, so cameras are going to be everywhere in all the hallways as well as facing the parking lot. And the courtyard is well lit at night. The building is secure. The We also perform screening procedures. We require guests to provide ID and selfie check, basically, and as well as a credit card for incidentals. And then all of the units will be equipped with smoke and noise detectors. They detect both cigarette smoke and noise, which we can respond to if as needed.
Nice. Um, is there a clear plan for emergency evacuation and fire safety?
Yes, exit signs kind of everywhere that they would need to be.
Okay. And then I guess the question says, what steps are being taken to ensure the property is well maintained? Is there a property management group or how does that?
Yes. Um, Subtext management has been maintaining the building since it opened for residential use. It's currently being operated as apartments since, I believe, 2019. And they will continue to maintain the building. And my company will be basically handling turnovers and things like that, basically cleaning the units and routine basic maintenance of the rooms as well.
Um, and then when you were mentioning the noise control in the rooms, who will be responsible for addressing maybe those complaints or disturbances?
My company will.
Okay.
Mhm.
Have you reached out to the neighborhood association or alderperson?
The alderperson I have, and we received her a supportive letter of support from Alderwoman Laura Keys.
Okay, and we do have that on file, so thank you.
No problem.
Two standard questions. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No,
And then will it cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering or reducing property values?
no,
All right, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I think that pretty much covers it.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone in support of the application? or anyone else that would like to speak?
My name is Heather. I'm with Subtext, who is the ownership of the property, and we are in support of this.
Could we also get your last name and mailing address for the record?
For sure. It is Quijas, Q-U-I-J-A-S. And the address is 3000 Locust Street, St. Louis, 63103.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's all.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone else in support of the application?
My name, excuse me, my name is David Sweeney, 600 Washington, St. Louis, Missouri, 63101. I represent the company. Just a couple things I'd like to add. The parking in the rear is secure 24/7. And also, Alderwoman Keys not only gave a support letter, but also visited on site and toured the facility.
All right, great, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you.
All right. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Is there anyone opposed? All right, we call the hearing heard. Samaya, will you please read the next case?
1199 Riverview Boulevard, ALP 1168524. 1199 Riverview Operations LLC, gas station and convenience store, no liquor, no cooking. F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 13.
Okay, is there anyone here to represent this application? Okay, seeing none. Samaya, will you please read the next case?
1221 Tamp Avenue, ALP 1192625, doing business as Bird and Barrel Carryout Restaurant, no liquor, no outside seating, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 4.
Okay, is there anyone here to represent this application?
Yes, my name is Robert Brazel,
Okay, what's the mailing address?
1221 Tam Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63139.
Okay, do you want to just briefly tell us a little bit about what you'll be doing here?
Yeah, it's a restaurant in a shared building with another business, and the restaurant bay is about 500 square feet. Walk in, place your order, take out food.
Okay, is there a sit-down area for customers to eat?
In the other bar area if they choose to, yes.
Okay, so there is access from your restaurant to the bar.
Yes, there is.
How many employees will you have?
12.
And then how many per shift?
5.
Is there any off-street parking?
No.
What are the days and hours of operation?
11 to 8 p.m. every day of the week except for Tuesday.
Will you be selling any liquor?
No.
Just, I guess, at the bar on the other side of the business. Is there a loading area for truck deliveries?
Yes.
Okay. Is that located in the front or the back?
I guess you would call it the back. There's a side alley on the side of the building that leads to the back.
Okay. How many exits does the restaurant have?
2.
Is it ADA accessible?
Yes.
Is there any outdoor seating?
No.
Is there a walk-up window?
No.
Do you have a commercial dumpster?
Yes.
Do you plan on posting any signage?
There was an existing sign. That's it.
Okay. Let's see. Have you had any health or safety inspections done?
All inspections have been completed and passed.
Okay. And then have you reached out to the neighborhood association or alderperson?
Yes, both have submitted letters of support.
Okay, did we get those, Samaya?
Are they in the file?
They're not in our file. If you do have them, feel free to email them into our email that was put in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No.
And then will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering or repairing property values?
No.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I believe that's it.
All right. Thank you so much. Is there anyone on the call in support of the application? Is there anyone opposed? All right, we call the hearing heard. Samaya, will you please read the next case?
Thirty-two 21 through 32 23 Olive Street, AB 58280824, Transferred Arts Foundation, interior and exterior alterations per plans for restaurant and music hall, H Area Commercial District, Ward 11.
Okay, is there anyone here to represent this application?
Yeah, good morning. This is Chris Hansen, Executive Director of the Kransberg Arts Foundation.
Okay, and the mailing address?
For the foundation is 3224 Locust Street, Suite 401, St. Louis, Missouri, 63103.
Okay, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you'll be doing here?
Yeah, so we have saved these historic buildings on Olive. We're very excited to bring our dance, visual art, and music programming that we do across the Grand Center Arts District in the region to this location. There will be a fast casual food and beverage establishment and a place for contemporary art, social dancing, and dance classes.
How many exits does the building have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, are any of those ADA accessible?
Yes. There's actually, I'm sorry, there's 6 and 3 of them are ADA accessible.
Okay. Do you know the occupancy load of the restaurant and music hall?
Off the top of my head, I believe that on the restaurant side, it can hold up to 100, and on the event side, it could hold standing room up to 400, but would more likely be at 250 to 350 on the event side.
Okay. Is there any outdoor seating around the restaurant area?
There will be a rear patio that we hope to add.
Okay. I guess how many employees are there?
For this particular establishment, there'll be roughly 15.
Okay. And then I guess on any given night or shift, how many employees?
4, 5, 6, 10.
Is there any off-street parking?
Yes, there is.
Okay, and is that for both the restaurant and music hall?
Yes, we have a small parking lot next door. We have an arrangement with St. Louis University for the garage parking directly across the street. And then we also have additional parking in the rear that we have access to on Locust. And we do have a letter from SLU that we submitted for the additional parking.
Okay, I do have that on file. What are the days and hours of operation?
We'll be open for 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday.
Will there be any liquor sales at the restaurant side?
Yes.
Okay, and just make sure you have your liquor license from the excise division.
Yes. That's a
You
motion.
access to a commercial dumpster?
Yes.
And then is there an area for receiving goods, loading area in the back or front of the building?
Yes.
Do you plan on posting any signage?
We do plan on hanging a blade sign. Yes.
Okay. Just make sure you get a building permit for that.
Yes.
And I can't remember if you said already, have you had any health or safety inspections done yet?
Not yet. No. We're still in construction. And
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And then looks like we do have a letter of support from the alderperson and neighborhood association on file.
Yes. Thank you.
So two standard questions. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No.
And then will it cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering or reducing property values?
No.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks so much. Is there anyone in support of the application? Is there anyone opposed? Oh, sorry.
This is Zachary Hamilton with Harambe, 1142 Hodiamont. We're the contractor. We just want to say we're in support of the project.
Okay. What was your last name? Sorry.
Hamilton.
Okay. And what was the organization you were with?
He's with Harambe.
Harambe. I'm sorry. I was getting a phone call or it wouldn't go
You're
through.
good.
Harambe.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. We just need that for the record.
Okay.
And that was for support, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else in support of the application on the call? Is there anyone opposed? All right. We will call that hearing heard then. Samaya, will you please read the next case? Yeah, read the Delmar one again, I guess.
Rereading 5225 Delmar Boulevard, AOP 1164124 Beyond Care Adult Daycare with 20 adults, no cooking, H Area Commercial District, Ward 10.
All right, is there anyone on the call to represent this application? Okay, seeing none. Can you please reread Riverview?
Okay. 1199 Riverview Boulevard, AOP 1168524 1199 Riverview Operations LLC, gas station and convenience store, no liquor, no cooking, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 13.
Okay, is there anyone here to represent this application? Okay, seeing none. Just wanted to remind everyone that following today's hearing, our office makes a recommendation to the Board of Public Service. And you'll be notified of the outcoming by mail. So thank you for joining, and we will end today's hearing.